Do you want to start rabbit farming, or you have already started rabbit farming? There are basic drugs or basic medicine you need as a rabbit farmer to be successful in your rabbit farm and to avoid calamities, to avoid deaths, and to avoid mortalities on your farm. There are some basic medicines and basic drugs you need to have in your farm. Maybe starting at a small farm like this, so you need to have those basic drugs, and I'll be mentioning them for you right now. But then what you should know is that rabbits generally, they don't need much drugs, much medicines, like the chickens, the broilers, that needs drugs almost all their lives. But a rabbit does not need much of these synthetic drugs. 70% of mortality in rabbit death is majorly on the feed. Now, if you give a wrong feed to your rabbits, in fact, this is more like giving your farm a death sentence, because many of your rabbits will die. So 70% of rabbit deaths is caused by the feed. So if you give a good feed to your rabbits, in fact, you have solved 70% of mortality in your rabbit farm. So as a rabbit farmer, when starting up your farm, you need these basic drugs. And one of the drugs I will mention is towards the antibiotics. Let me show you one of these. You need an antibiotics. This antibiotic you are seeing here is an injectable antibiotics that has an LA. There are times where a rabbit can break down, maybe due to bacteria or due to maybe any health condition. So the first medication you should look at to give is your antibiotics. And antibiotics for this LA, this long-acting antibiotics, is the one I recommend when giving, because if you inject this to your rabbit, it should cover for about 3 days. You shouldn't give it again for about 3 days, because it's a long-acting antibiotics. And when can you give this to a rabbit? Well, it depends. There are times where the rabbit will break down and it will be very weak. It cannot eat or so. You can administer this to your rabbit, depending on the rabbit's age, or between 0.5 ml to 1 ml or 1.5 ml, depending on the weight of the rabbit. I think you should make research on that. I should have covered that, but I don't want this video to be too lengthy. So you need an antibiotics. And also, for the best syringe I recommend is the insulin syringe. Let me show you the insulin syringe. So this is an insulin syringe. I love using this insulin syringe because the needle is very tiny and it's easy to administer to your rabbits without the rabbits feeling any pain or injury, any sharp pain or injury. So I would recommend, when injecting your rabbits, you can get an insulin syringe. But if you don't have an insulin syringe, or you don't know where to get it, you can also use this too. But then you have to try to check the measurements. So basically, I recommend this insulin syringe when injecting your rabbits. Those who does not have much experience, please, I don't recommend injecting directly into their muzzle. Especially if you're not an expert, you can make a mistake and inject too hard to touch the bone, or during the injecting you might tamper with the vessels, the vein or the artery, and it can be very dangerous. And that's why I don't recommend injecting directly into their muzzle. So the best I will recommend when using an injection or when administering a dose through injection to a rabbit is using a subcutaneous injection or method, which is to inject under the skin. So maybe during the end of this video, I'll be giving you a practical knowledge on how to inject under the skin. So make sure you watch to the end. Now the second dose or medicine you should have on your farm is the what? Ivermectin. Guys, in fact, the ivermectin should have been the number one dose you should have on your farm. Let me show you. Ivermectin, also known as the Ivomec. This is a powerful dose. In fact, apart from rabbit farming, all farmers, no matter the farming you are doing, either goats, either pig, either cow, no matter the farming you are doing or the farm you are doing, ivermectin is a very, very, very powerful dose every farmer should have on your farm. This is a very powerful dose that can handle different diseases. Like it can help to cure and prevent different diseases. A lot to mention, so it's too numerous to mention. It can also serve as a dewormer. Any skin infection on your animal, on your rabbits, any skin infection, be it mange, be it infestation, where you see live maggots entering the skin of your rabbits and boring holes. Anything that involves skin infections, ivermectin will take care of it. In fact, once you inject an ivermectin to a rabbit, they have skin infections like the mange, the termite attack, the bug, and lots more. Once you inject this, it kills the bacteria, it kills the insects so fast, because from their blood, as they suck the blood of the rabbits, they die instantly. And also even the eggs that they have laid that are about to hatch on the skin of the rabbits will also die. Both the mange, the lice causing those mange on your rabbit skin will all die off. And that is why you need ivermectin in your farm. Always have it. And what is the quantity you can give to a rabbit? It also depends. Between 0.2 ml to about 0.4 ml or 5 ml. Depends on the weight and the age of the rabbit. So like I said, I won't go deep on this now. Maybe on another video I will make a deep talk on the quantity of the measurement of dose to give to a rabbit. So always have ivermectin in your farm. And when can you administer ivermectin? You can administer ivermectin when you notice your rabbit is having skin infections, any kind of skin infections. Just administer ivermectin and to clear it. And also, you want to deworm your rabbits, you can also give ivermectin. There are a lot of things it can do. It also fights some bacteria and infection. Too numerous to mention, but this is all I can tell you for now. Maybe you can do more research. So always have ivermectin on your farm. Very necessary. And you don't have to give this all the time. Just once, that's all for the month. You don't need to give it regularly all the time. And also, when you have rabbits that are having mange and having different skin infections, you inject. After injecting, you allow it for like 3 days, 7 days, you will see that it has improved. The skin will heal, those mange will die, and the rabbit will be fine. But after 7 days, after 3 to 7 days, it's not clearing much, or you're not seeing much results, you can inject again. So always have ivermectin on your farm, very necessary. And then the third dose you should have on your farm is what we call the sulfonol. But please, I also recommend Baziforte. You see it on the screen now. It's a very strong anti-coccidosis drugs that you can use on your farm. In fact, if you have chickens around your poultry close to your farm or in that compound, then you definitely need anti-coccidosis drugs. And the one I will recommend for you is Baziforte. You will see it on your screen there. I also have sulfonol. Sulfonol too is also good for coccidiosis, to fight coccidiosis, because coccidiosis is a very deadly disease that can kill your rabbits. In fact, you can see they can just be dying anyhow because of what? Coccidiosis. And that's why you need an anti-coccidiosis drugs. And embazafort is the number one I recommend for you. This sulfonol is also a good dose to buy, but this one is injectable, and most farmers cannot actually inject their rabbits, especially for the beginner. And that is why I recommend embazafort. But you can also get this, especially when the rabbit is seriously down. Seriously down. So instead of giving the aura where it will be weak to take the aura, you can inject sulfonol directly to the rabbit and it will be fine. So when can you administer this dose? When you notice your rabbit is getting weak, is having this watery poo. Watery poo is one of the signs of coccidiosis attacking your farm. Watery poo, you start seeing your rabbits having watery poo, feeling very weak. Please, this one you should administer these drugs. And basically, for prevention purpose, you can give these drugs once in a while, maybe every two months, every one month, every two months or 3 months. You can administer these drugs to your rabbits to help for what? Prevention. Basically, these are the major drugs you need in your rabbit farm. And maybe if you want an extra bonus or so, I will now show you the B complex injection. The B complex, it has tablets, it has an injectable one. Actually, this B complex is not what you use regularly, but then when a rabbit is down, is sick, seriously sick, and you are injecting your antibiotics, your ivermectin, all these drugs are hard drugs, are strong drugs that can affect the liver of the rabbit. So when injecting these drugs, it's always good to administer this B complex to the rabbits to help the rabbits to avoid distortion of the liver or so. So that is where we give this. But basically, you are seeing all these drugs here. I may not be using all these drugs all the time. Rabbit does not actually require lots of injections, drugs all the time. But once in a while, you give all these drugs to what? To prevent diseases in attacking your farm. If you are new to this farming, you cannot actually inject all these drugs to your rabbits. Please, you can call a vet that can assist you to inject them, or a good animal scientist like myself. You can call me to your farm. I will administer these drugs to your rabbits and treat them, though not for free. Not for free, you have to pay for it. But then, if you cannot inject, all these drugs I just mentioned now has the oral version where you can put them in the water, check the measurement, put in the water and give to your livestock. Especially farmers that have large livestock, 1,000 rabbits, 100 rabbits, 500 rabbits. In fact, when injecting, it may take time, though it's more effective, but it may take time. So you can decide to go for the oral. For the ivermectin, we have the ivermectin oral. For the antibiotics, we have the oral for it. For the anti-coccidiosis dose, of course, it's an oral dose. So these are the dose or the basic medicine you need in your farm to actually succeed. This all for today. There are lots more to tell you, but you need to subscribe to this channel right now to get more and more information from me. Please, if you enjoyed this video, like, comment and subscribe. If you have any question, post right now, comment on the comment section right now, and I will reply you. So guys, subscribe to my channel to get more information from me. Have a nice day. Bye.